Now for my initial drawings, I generally like to use orange or a red pencil. That's my preference. So Loomis starts with a circle for this head. Next, a vertical line, this line that divides the face into equal halves laterally. And these are the side planes that gets cut because that's how our head is shaped. Now center point, a horizontal line from the center here. The rule of thirds says that the distance between the hairline to brow line to bottom of the nose, and bottom of the nose to the chin, they are roughly equal. That's the general approximate rule that every head follows. But since here we also have a reference, so keeping that idea in mind that these distances will roughly be equal, we also have to look how that rule applies in the reference. Okay, so first, based on this circle, I'll mark this as the hairline. This is the hairline. This is the brow line. Now here, as we can see, this distance from hairline to the brow line is less as compared to the distance from brow line to the bottom of the nose. This, of course, this and this. So there's a difference. So that we need to keep in mind and judge accordingly that how much bigger is this distance compared to this distance, and that will be the position for the nose. Similarly, we will also mark the chin area. Now, compared to this distance is roughly equal or a little less. So a little less than this. So here I get the chin. So see, now we've got the positions or markings for the hairline, the eyebrow line, bottom of the nose, and the chin. It's in the 3/4 view, so we are not able to see this plane, but yes, the ear is there, that is slightly visible. Now here in this quadrant, so this circle, this plane, when we divide it into halves, we get 4 quadrants, and in this 1, 2, 3, third quadrant lies the ear. So we'll mark the position of the ears. Now again, how big is the ear? This is the bottom of the nose, little up, like this much. So this is where our ear will end. So roughly also mark the position of ears. We will extend the jaw lines. Here we can see, here starts the jaw, and this. Similarly here, and this. Now I also mark like the neck. See, we have got the structure of the head already. Now again for the eyes, we'll follow the same method. Now I'll mark the boundary for the eyes, like from where to where this is gonna take up the space in her face. This much, and so I get this much space for her nose. Now similarly, the width of the eye also we'll mark beforehand. So it's kind of, you're setting the stage for everything to come up next. Like I've just marked the positions for her eyes. That's I've already done for the nose. Now what I'll do is check the width of the nose. This is also another general rule, like where the eyes start, that much is roughly the width of the nose. So that we have got here. We'll mark the width of the lips, and that we're going to see the distance from here, from the nose. Now just focusing on the shapes. Okay, that is it. The eyes also, I'm just focusing on the shape that this is making. Her head is a little narrower, so let's see if we can adjust that, but it's okay since we are not focusing that much on the likeness. But still, if we can locate a mistake, it's a good habit to immediately correct it. The eyelids. Also, like drawing is complete. I'll also a little bit just mark the shadow shapes that I can see. Okay, that's it. Now let's focus on coloring. I would like to have the lighter regions, lightest region, that is the bright white light. I'll leave that space blank white. So I'll start with the yellow color and leaving the lightest white. I'll just fill in the rest with yellow. Okay, I'm just narrating what I'm thinking right now. There's no planning. This is how I simply approach colors. I just keep the lights and darks in my mind, and based on that I take my decisions. Let's see how this comes out. Now I can see it's overall a warm tone here. Now let's cover the easy ones quickly. Like the band is pitch black, so I'll fill that up. Next, I'll fill up the hair with brown. It's a very light brown. Okay, I have a darker brown. So it's very similar to like the process we used to do when we were kids, right? It's, I guess, the same. And I also like to first give in the value and then just give these lines that give us an impression that yes, it's a hair. It's hair. I feel like it's difficult to color a portrait because it's complex. Like again, like drawing a portrait is complex. Similarly, getting the colors right is difficult. Getting that skin color and all that color shifts. So just don't think too much and start. That's what I do. Whatever simple things you can see, just start filling in. And use your sketching skills along the way. Okay, I'm so sorry, my phone's memory got full. That's why I could not record the process. So just to recap, what did I do? Here the hair was hitting light, so I added light browns and yellows in here. And then a little tint of green that I can see in her face. And then used again red for the shadows. And then for her eyeballs, I used green. And I could see tints of light blue in her white portion of the eye. And like as we usually say, as we hear artists saying, the white of the eyeball is not actually white. So whatever little tint of color that you see, just put it there. And it's gonna look good and pretty. Just experiment, just try. Whatever colors you can see, try to observe it and just use it. That is how I do it. Just keep the lights and darks, that concept in place, and you're free to use like any color. It's gonna make sense if your values are correct. Now I'm just defining the shapes with black. So this will bring everything together, and I kind of like this, adding it, defining it, darkening the shadows. It's pretty much done, and yeah. Okay, her eyebrows. I can again see a tint of green in her eyebrows. So I'm just giving a light green value there. And then I'm defining it with brown. Okay, this is the light brown. This is something that I like to do in the end, making these lines and just defining the forms and shapes more. It also makes it look like nice. That's why I like to do it. And that's it. It's pretty much done. Okay, thank you so much guys. Bye bye. Here it is.